The Bullets won back-to-back last year behind John Stockton and Clyde Drexler. What does the 1989-90 season have in store for us? Can the Bullets three-peat? That and more in this video. Welcome to another video at Rewritten Rings. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe. It goes a long way. Today we look at the 1989-90 season, and boy, it was packed with a bunch of moves. Some that you won't even believe. Let's get right into it. We start with retirements, and the most notable, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was dropped by the Lakers last year, and no one picked him up. He retires at 42. The Iceman also retires at 37. Dre Rollins retires at 34. In the future, I might decline some of these early retirements. I think Rollins played longer than that in real life. Also, Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, retires at 34. Again, I think he played longer than that in real life. Norm Nixon retires at 33. With the Radiant 76, he could have still been useful. Even Kurt Rambis at 31. He was still playing for the expansion teams in 1990. Next we go to the Hall of Fame inductees, and no surprise, Abdul-Jabbar and the Iceman, George Gervin, are both there. They're both there for jersey retirements too, with Jabbar retiring his jersey for the Bucks and the Lakers. The 89-90 season introduced two more expansion teams, the Orlando Magic and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The new teams came a new realignment in the both conferences. As you can see, the Timberwolves are in the West and so is Charlotte. And in the East, we have the Magic and the Heat. With 11 teams in the lottery now, we're just going to go through it quickly instead of going one by one. It looks like the Bulls end up with the number one pick thanks to Atlanta. The Heat and Jazz are 2 and 3, with the new expansion teams being 4 and 5. It also looks like the Celtics and the Cavaliers have double picks along with the Bulls in the 89 draft. After losing in the first round last year, the Celtics look to go younger as they trade away Kevin McHale for the number one pick of the 89 draft. The first pick, the Celtics select Shawn Kemp. They hope to replace Kevin McHale. Purvis Ellison goes 2 to the Heat, and Tim Hardaway goes 3 to the Jazz. Glenn Rice still gets picked by an expansion team, but this time it's the Orlando Magic. Sherman Douglas goes to the Timberwolves. John Elliott to the Charlotte Hornets. Stacey King to the Nets. At number 8, the Spurs select Vlade Divac. It's taking a while for a ninth pick to come out. We might get a trade. It's for Vlade Divac. He's going to go to the Pistons, and the Spurs get the 9th pick now. And with that pick, they select Cliff Robinson. I don't know why they wanted to select him in the first place. Might have another trade here. Yeah, it looks like the Spurs are getting rid of Robinson now. They can't make a decision on who to pick. Now they have a 10th pick. Are they actually going to keep this pick? Let's see. Kenny Ferry, wow. They go from Scott to Robinson to Ferry. Blue Edwards gets picked by the Nuggets. J.R.E. goes to the Kings. Pooh Richardson goes to the Cavs. Randy White goes to the Bucks. We'll probably skip some of these next picks. I don't know who they are. Nick Anderson goes to the Blazers, though. George McCloud goes to the Bulls. Mookie Black goes to the Celtics. A couple good picks for them for their future. Doug West goes to the Warriors. Dana Barros goes to the Knicks. Dino Rogers still goes to the Celtics. The Mavericks get B.J. Armstrong. The Sixers select Hayward Workman, a player who turned ref in his lifetime. Those were the most notable players of the draft. Next, we look at the players who are declining their options. Wow, two-time defending champion Clyde Drexler is among a few notables, including Terry Cummings, and Adrian Datley, and Clark Kellogg, and Larry Nance for the Rockets, not to mention Rolando Blackman for the Mavericks. Those are the most notable names I see on this list. How he did it. Drexler left Washington and broke up the defending champs to go to Miami of all places. Amazing. They're helping the Knicks get to the conference finals. Joe Dumars joins Dominique Wilkins and David Robinson in Cleveland. Oh my God, they got a super team. Terry Cummings joins Magic Johnson and James Worthy in LA to see if they can get back to the finals. And Clark Kellogg leaves the Clippers and Hakeem Olajuwon behind to join Detroit. Before we start simming the season, there was a couple key trades. Here's one involving Arvydas Sabonis. He goes to Boston, and the Bullets are now broken up. Another trade I failed to record was between the Rockets and the Kings. Alvin Robinson goes to Houston in exchange for Mitch Richmond. We made it through halfway through our season. Here are our All-Stars. In the East, we have Reggie Miller, John Stockton, David Robinson, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, Chris Mullin, Clyde Drexler, Dominique Wilkins, Patrick Ewing, Moses Malone, Kevin McHale, and Jay Humphries. In the West, we have Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Lynn Bias, Karl Malone, Mark Aguirre, Alvin Robertson for Houston, Alex English, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson, Terry Cummings for the Lakers, Buck Williams, and Winston Garland. As for where everyone stands, the super team out of Cleveland is in first in the East for the first time in our universe, with Joe Dumars, Dominique Wilkins, and David Robinson. The Bullets are in second despite losing Clyde Drexler and Arvydas Sabonis. Can they three-peat with this squad? Well, the Bucks are in third at 32-11. I did not expect it from this team. In fourth, we have the Celtics. They revamped the front court with Shawn Kemp and Arvydas Sabonis and sitting pretty in the East. In fifth, we have the New York Knicks, despite losing Joe Dumars, are looking pretty good. Next, we have the Bulls, who have McHale and Patrick Ewing in the front court. That's pretty good, if you ask me. Last year's number one seed, the Philadelphia 76ers, are the 7th seed right now, halfway through the season. Right now, Clyde Drexler has the expansion Heat as the 8th seed. Are they going to make the playoffs this year? Looks like Gerald Wilkins also joined the team. The Pistons are in 9th with Clark Kellogg leading the way. Maybe that's why he wanted to leave LA, because he wanted his own team. The Hawks are in 10th by young point guard Mark Jackson and the veteran front court of Bill Laimbeer. Nets, despite having Reggie Miller, still can't get wins as they're in 11th in the East. While the Pacers lose Terry Cummings and they fall big time. Can Chris Mullin turn it around for the Pacers, who finished second last year? And then last, we have the expansion Orlando Magic with only 9 wins. They are led by an aging Bill Cartwright. That's the East. Let's look at the West now. The Lakers are in first place in the West. Terry Cummings brings value to this team big time. Oh, and they got Robert Parrish too. Look at that. Western Conference champions last year, the Rockets, are in second. Wow, then we have the Warriors. Have they arrived? The Sonics are in fourth with Isaiah and Lynn Bias. Can they return to the conference finals? We have the Mavericks with a healthy Mark Aguirre. The Trailblazers keep amazing me, led by Fat Lever, are in 5th place. Then in 7th, we have the Suns. Are they gonna finally make the playoffs? They built their team through the draft. Have they arrived? Then we have the Spurs. They haven't made the playoffs since Michael Cage's rookie year. Wow, the Clippers are outside looking in right now, and it looks like Akeem Olajuwon's injured. And it looks like Scottie Pippen's injured for the Jazz, as they're in 10th right now. That leaves the 2 expansion teams. First, the Hornets with 11 wins. Joe Barry Carroll leads this young team. Oh, I forgot about the Denver Nuggets. They're even worse than the Hornets, but having decent players, it looks like. Wow, I also forgot about the Kings, and they're horrible without Alvin Robertson. Wow, 9 wins at the halfway point. Now that leaves our Minnesota Timberwolves, who have 25 wins at the halfway point. Wow. They're led by Wayman Tisdale. Let's next look at the injury report midway through. We have Jeff Malone, who's out for the season. Both Tony Campbell and Rick Mahorn are out 4 to 6 months. That could be the reason for the Kings and Nuggets downfall. William Befford is out 2 to 4 months. Looks like Jay Vincent is also out for the Jazz. Benoit Benjamin's out for the Mavericks. And Pippen's out 2 to 4 weeks, along with Dennis Johnson. Ever since their finals appearance a few years ago, this Jazz team has had injury problems. Kevin Willis is out 1 to 2 weeks for the Blazers. That's why we didn't see him. And Sidney Moncrief is out for the Bucks. Jim Paxson is out for the Warriors. And Rod Strickland is out for the Knicks. Maurice Cheeks is out for the Sixers. Cliff T. Robinson is out for the Pacers. Derek Harper's day-to-day for the Mavericks. Akeem Olajuwon is also day-to-day, so he should be back. Danny Ainge is day-to-day. Ronnie Seikaly is day-to-day for the Bulls, and so is Reggie Theus. The season's over, and David Robinson is our league's MVP. The Cavs have arrived. He finished with 26, 15, and 3 blocks. Rookie of the Year is Arvydas Sabonis, finishing with a double-double, beating out Shawn Kemp. Most Improved Player is Wilkins for the Timberwolves. All-NBA honors go to Magic Johnson, Reggie Miller, Len Bias, Charles Barkley, David Robinson. On the second team, we have John Stockton, Jay Humphries, Karl Malone, Larry Bird, and Hakeem Olajuwon. The third team includes Isaiah Thomas, Alvin Robertson, Mark Aguirre, James Worthy, and Ralph Sampson. Let's look quickly at our defensive team. And here's our all-rookie first team: Arvydas Sabonis, Glenn Rice, Danny Ferry, Vlade Divac, and Shawn Kemp. Our final standings, and yes, the Cleveland Cavaliers finishing first in the East with 63-19 record. John Stockton leads the defending champions Bullets to the number 2 seed. I guess I didn't need Clyde Drexler. The Celtics finish in third, and they might have an injured Shawn Kemp, while the Bucks finish in fourth, and Moncrief is still injured. The Knicks finish in fifth with Brad Daugherty and Horace Grant leading the way, and the Sixers finish in sixth. That means 2 legendary franchises will be going at it in the first round, Celtics and Sixers, while the Pistons finish in seventh with their front court of Kellogg, Perkins, and Jack Sikma. The Bulls are our 8th seed with Kevin McHale, and it looks like Patrick Ewing is injured. Ronnie Cycli is at center there. That means Clyde Drexler misses the playoffs. Wow. The defending 2-time champion should have stayed in DC. The Nets might be 1 year away from making the playoffs as they finish 40-42. The Hawks finished 30-52 in the 11th. They're a long ways away. I didn't expect this. The Pacers fell off big time. 27-55. They still have Chris Mullin, but losing Terry Cummings was huge. That was the East. Now let's look at the West. The Lakers finished with the best record in the league. You can see Cummings' worth with the Lakers and the Pacers record this year. The Western Conference champions finished in second. Then we have the Sonics in third. It looks like Glenn Bias is injured because I don't see him there. The Warriors finished an impressive fourth at 53-29. Their reward, a healthy Mavericks team, who finished in fifth. The Blazers keep impressing me, keep making the playoffs. They finished in sixth. And the Spurs did it. They finished in seventh. They returned to the playoffs after a few years away from the tourney. Wow, the Suns make the playoffs. I don't think they ever made the playoffs in this universe. We'll have to check. That means Hakeem Olajuwon and the Clippers missed the playoffs for the first time in his career, I think. Clark Kellogg really showed his worth in this universe. He takes the Pistons to the playoffs after leaving LA, who missed the playoffs. Scottie Pippen finishes the season with the Jazz, but he still hasn't made the playoffs in his entire career. The Nuggets also don't make the playoffs, finishing with only 25 wins. Biggest surprise in the West was this Kings team that only finished with 22 wins. Losing Alvin Robertson was huge. The expansion Hornets also finished with 22 wins. But while the worst team in the league was definitely the Minnesota Timberwolves, at least they had Wayman Tisdale win the Most Improved Player award. Let's finish the video with the injury report. Len Bias out for the season. So is Sidney Moncrief. So is Vinnie Johnson for the Blazers. And Sherman Douglas for the Timberwolves. Looks like Robert Parrish will be out for the playoffs. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. Tony Campbell and Thurl Bailey were out for the Kings. That could have been the reason why they were so bad. John Long is out 4 to 6 weeks for the Pistons. And so is All-Star Jay Humphries. Steve Alford is out for the Sixers. And Sleepy Floyd is out for the Warriors. Del Curry's out 1 to 2 weeks for the Western Conference defending champions. And so is LaSalle Thomas for the Sonics. Larry Drew is also out for the Sixers. Patrick Ewing might miss the first round. He's out 1 to 2 weeks. Shorts day-to-day for the Warriors. And so is William Bedford. And Darwin Cook for the Bulls. Here's what the 1990 playoffs look like. Who do you got? Leave me a comment. If you enjoy this content, please subscribe. It goes a long way. Stay tuned for my next video, assuming the first round of the playoffs. Until then, goodbye for now. Thanks for watching.